What kid doesn't love pizza? And what parent isn't going crazy over how much it costs to take your family out to eat? Well, what's the solution? Well, we got to start cooking at home. And why not start with pizza? It's a fun, easy way to spend quality time with your children while teaching life skills, how to make healthy food at home. So let's get started. As you see here, I have some pre-made dough. Now, I didn't go overboard today and show you how to make dough, but this is actually dough that you can find at your local grocery store. It's in the frozen section. I actually took it and put it in some oil. And what we're going to do is take a little bit of flour and coat it on the table or surface that you're working with. And we're going to separate the dough because I have two actual pizza, I guess, pans, if you will. We're going to make our square pizza today. So we're just going to form it and make it into the size that we want. And if you have a round pizza platter, that's fine, or a tray, you can use that. You can also use, like I said, I'm using this. This is going to go in our air fryer. If you don't have an air fryer, you can use your oven, of course, and set your oven to 400. So we're just going to knead it out like this. Again, put flour on your table. And then if you see on the table right here, while one person is actually making the dough, you can get your toppings together. And I have today, if you recall, in another Cooking with Cheron episode, we made sauce. Now, what could be better than homemade pizza sauce? Yes, that's what this is right here. We took tomatoes and we roasted them in the oven. And then I actually finished it off with some other seasonings. I don't think I did the regular pizza sauce, but I did a vodka sauce. And I also showed a pesto sauce. Check out those recipes. Those could also be great sauces to use for your pizza, if you like. So we want to. My dough is not doughing very well. I think, honestly, I left it out too long, and that's what happens with the dough, but we're going to make this work because I spent too much time on getting our pizza toppings ready. So what you're going to do, I selected chicken. I'm also a fan of pepperoni. I love pepperoni. If you want that as your meat choice, that's fine. You can also use ground beef or ground turkey. Just make sure that it's done ahead of time before you actually put it on your pizza. And then I have a variety of toppings right here. So you see here I have fresh spinach. I'm going for the whole veggie with a little bit of meat type of pizza. So I have spinach, fresh spinach. I have broccoli. I have fresh basil. And then I love red onions. I know not everyone's a fan of red onions. But again, this is your choice, your type of pizza, your toppings. Do you. So we want to make sure that we have our dough nicely evenly coated. I think that's pretty good. This kind of reminds me of Lido's pizza, the square pizza. Ours is going to be better though. So we have our sauce. And back to the sauce, I added in, outside of the fresh tomatoes, I added in garlic. I had some onion powder. I also did some fresh oregano and some Italian seasoning in there. I added in, believe it or not, just a little bit of salt, a little bit of garlic, and then I did fresh basil in here too. So again, this was homemade, from scratch, but I understand if you don't have the time and if you don't have everything at home that you need for your sauce, it's no problem. If you're choosing one off the shelf, then make sure that you're looking at the back of your labels to make sure you're reading low sodium, low sugar. A brand that is actually really good, if you have to grab one off the shelf, is Rao's, RAO''S. That's actually a really good sauce that has low sodium like I mentioned, and low sugar. So remember, the whole goal is we're eating to live. We can actually control a lot of different comorbid conditions just with the food that we eat. You know that stroke is the fourth leading cause of death in the U.S. And so how can we control that? With our salt intake. So again, reading food labels is important. And another skill that you want to actually, not only just children, but adults too, we need to actually read all the labels ourselves. So you see I have nicely put this in our pan. And then I have some melted butter right here. I'm just going to take it and kind of brush it on our dough. All right, and then I also chopped up some fresh garlic. I don't know why this started. Make sure your oven's on 400. Mine stopped over here, but we're going to just keep it going. So I chopped up some fresh garlic as well. And I'm going to add that to mine. Again, it's personal choice. It's going to add a lot more flavor. Again, the fresh garlic. All right. So I'm going to add that right now, and then we're going to bake our dough for about 5 minutes. Okay, and again, this is the best part of the pizza, is selecting and making sure you have the right topping. So again, we have regular marinara, but that pesto sauce that I showed you how to make before, that's a good option. Also, another option that you could have, remember 5 minutes in here or until brown. Another option you could have for pizza would be barbecue chicken. That would be a good one. So the chicken that I have right here could be used along with, if you want a barbecue sauce added, you could do that with your pizza. And I mean, if you think about it, all these different restaurants, I don't even know, does California pizza still exist? I haven't seen it. I really don't eat out a whole lot. But I will say that pizza is one of my favorites. I really shouldn't tell on myself, but before my whole health journey and losing weight and watching, all the food that I eat, reading labels, you know what I do every Friday night? I hate to tell you this. Every Friday night, I would actually go home after work and order pizza. Or some days, before I'd even get home, I would actually go and pick it up before I got home. And then I would do what a lot of us do. I would just sit on the couch and eat pizza. Now, wouldn't it have been a lot better? One, I shouldn't be eating pizza every week. But two, if I would have just made the pizza myself, yeah. And now I'm showing you how to do things, to not do things that I was doing. If you're going to have pizza, we'd rather have it where we can actually control what we're putting in it, on it, which ultimately goes inside of our body. So I actually took too much of that dough off the other one, or I included it on the other one, but it's okay. This is going to be a mini pizza. And maybe I'll eat the mini pizza. We'll see. So we're going to do the same thing that we did with the other one. I'm kind of mad at myself because someone else is going to get the big pizza and I'm going to get the mini one. It's okay. All right, so we're going to take our, we're going to take our butter and just brush it on. And if I had the pesto, I'd actually show you that option on this one once it comes out from baking. But we're going to add in whatever garlic that we have left. And then we're going to pop this one in as well. So just start thinking of the other toppings that you want to put on yours. It could be, like I started to say, it could be, actually, you know what? I'm not going to put this one in yet. It could be mushrooms, olives. What other good stuff is there to put on pizza? I'm not a huge fan of like pineapple on pizza, but whatever your liking is, that's all part of the whole experience with your family, is to mix and match and do what you like and just enjoy the time with each other. So once our pizza comes out of the oven, the dough part, in about 5 more minutes, then we'll be back to put all the toppings on. While that's cooking, I just have a question for you. Do you know what your child is being served for school lunch? I'm sure if you checked it out, you'd be surprised and not too happy. At RX Catering, we serve healthy, delicious, fresh school lunches. Of course, made with love and no additives. Your child's going to love what they eat, and it's going to be healthy for them. So if you want more information, check us out at rxcatering-dc.com. Now let's get back to that recipe. Okay, we're back and our pizza is ready. So one thing that you want to caution yourself, see, I made the mistake of leaving my dough out a little too long. It's a balancing act. So you want to defrost it or unthaw it from the frozen state, and then you want to get it to room temperature. So it had been at room temperature a little bit longer than what I anticipated, but it's okay. You see how it's a little big right now? We're just going to have thick crust pizza. Now, that's not my first choice, but it's still going to be good. You just don't want to leave your dough out too much because the yeast is rising in it. So we're going to go ahead and put our toppings on. Remember, we have our sauce, whatever sauce you're going to use. We're going to put that on first. And I like mine kind of saucy. I don't want it dry. So again, this is a great way to, make it your own. Make it your, it's like do it yourself. And make it your creative version. You don't want all the pizzas looking alike or tasting alike. So I'm going to make mine like that. And then we're going to add, I'm going to add the spinach underneath our cheese, because if you put spinach in the oven, it actually will start to blow away and burn a little. So we're going to put that underneath. And then we're going to add in, like I said, I'm going to add broccoli. I like it. I think it'll be good. And then we're going to add in, I'm going to do fresh basil. Well, before that, this is chicken. And I actually boiled this chicken and added in some liquid smoke so it has a smoky flavor or taste to it. And then I shredded it. So I use this same chicken for some of my dips, like a buffalo chicken dip, and then also for a chicken salad. So it has multiple uses. I'm going to add in some fresh basil. This is going to be so good. Fresh basil. And I'm going to finish mine up with red onions. And then we're going to top it off with mozzarella cheese. You know what else would be good on here is fresh mozzarella. You can also add that. Again, it's your pizza. Homemade and to your liking. So I'm going to finish this off with a little bit of mozzarella cheese. And then we're going to put it back in the oven for about, 5 minutes. But I think our other crust should be done, and we can finish that too. A little bit longer. But this will go in 5 more minutes or so. Yeah, if you see this, the dough was left out a little bit too long, but it's okay because we're going to make this work and it's still going to taste good. So we'll let the other one, it's done though. You can actually feel it and see that it's done. It's not doughy. So we'll just add the sauce to this. And you see our sauce, this is a pint of sauce, and I cannot recall how many tomatoes. I want to say it was probably about 8 whole tomatoes that made this amount of sauce, along with the sauce for the vodka pasta sauce that we made before. So just to give you an idea of how much it actually produces. All right. We'll kind of make this similar to the other one. I don't think there are any objections. And we're getting in all of our green vegetables. That's the great thing about the pizza and the toppings that you select to put on it. Remember, the more colorful your pizza is, the more healthier it is because it has all the nutrients on here. You have vitamin K, vitamin A. With broccoli, let's see, or spinach, you have vitamin B, I believe. You have all the vitamins, and you're getting them in whole form, meaning it's not processed. It is going on your pizza, uncooked. And remember, when vegetables are uncooked, that's the best form to actually, well, we're going to bake it off, but it's not pre-cooked. So we're not losing the nutrients that are in the vegetables. Let's see, what did I forget? Oh, fresh basil. And then we're going to finish it off with onions and cheese. So wasn't that simple? And I'm sure you had a lot of fun doing it with your family. A way to spend quality time with them. And kids, you're learning, how to prepare and cook food for yourself. Because with the way these prices are going up in restaurants, I don't know if you're going to be able to afford to go out when you're old enough to actually pay for it yourself. So we're actually learning how to do this all at home. You're saving money and you're learning a lot. Okay, so this one's done except for putting it in the oven. And is this one needs a little bit more. I like my cheese to be brown. So I'm going to keep it in a little bit longer, and then we'll put this in. While it's cooking, we can clean up a little. Oh yeah, it's looking good. But remember too, most kids will just want plain cheese. One way to jazz it up a little is to have different types of cheese. So you can have not only the mozzarella, but you can have cheddar, you can have a little bit of Parmesan. But remember, the ones that melt the best, that will look like that whole pizza cheese look, is going to be the mozzarella. So, but to put some variety, like a 3-cheese pizza you could have, that would be pretty delicious and fun to make. So remember the different types of toppings and the different benefits of each one. So I think we are almost ready. Looks like it. And oh yeah, look at that. So our pizza is done. Super simple. Super simple. The next time though, note to myself is with the dough. But it's ready to eat. So the next time you want to make pizza at home, check it out. Super fun, simple, and easy. So follow, subscribe, like, comment so you don't miss out on the next recipe. Thanks for joining us.